Hometown Discoveries Las Vegas is a local weekend morning show featuring the people, events, and companies that make Las Vegas the place to live, shop, work, and play. Thank you for joining us today. We're on the Mid-Century Modern Homes Bus Tour with the Architectural Design and Art Society. You'll meet the organizers of this annual bus tour and several members of the organization, and we promise to give you a glimpse inside some of the great homes on the tour. Later in today's program, you'll hear from Joanne Lucia, owner of Interiors by Designer Studio. Members of CrossFit Las Vegas show us how to gain the best results from our fitness routine.
I'm getting stronger, faster. I actually used to be obese. So I used to weigh 240 pounds, and I was having lots of back issues, and ever since I started coming here, seeing the results stay off.
Linda Ward, owner of Red Rock Mortgage, talks about the qualifications for the Homeowners Assistance Relief Program. Now let's meet the organizers of today's excursion and hear what we can expect to see on our tour. We're here with Caroline Musgrant, the organizer of today's bus tour. Caroline, tell us a little bit first of all, about yourself.
Well, I'm happy to say that I'm one of the co-founders of ADAS, which is the Architectural and Decorative Arts Society. We started 3 years ago doing this mid-century modern weekend, and we wanted to celebrate this awesome architecture and lifestyle, one that I may say a lot of people in Las Vegas don't know we have. The first time we mentioned it, we said mid-century, and people said, oh, we don't have any mid-century here in Las Vegas, but we have tons of beautiful neighborhoods. So we wanted to emphasize that and showcase some homeowners and houses and furnishings. And so this is our third year. We do 2 other functions, and on Sunday we wrap up with a mid-century modern bus tour. And we rent a double-decker bus. We're gone for 4 hours. We tour all of these mid-century neighborhoods, and we go into 3 to 4, sometimes 5 houses on the tour.
And now we're in the first house on the tour, and it is pretty amazing.
It is amazing to see what homeowners have done, how they've recaptured these homes, just brought them back to life from what they were when they were built in the mid-50s and early 60s. This house is a perfect example. It's beautifully restored. The colors are fabulous. And the owners obviously love the lifestyle. So it's just fun, and it's awesome that they invite us to come in and see them.
And so if somebody wanted to get in touch with the society, how would they do that if they wanted to get involved?
Well, we have a website. It's www.adas-lv.com. They're welcome to do that. They can contact me directly at creativemuse@cox.net. We'd love to hear from them.
Okay, so we're going to take a little tour of the house here, and one of the things that I noticed is that you had a bottle of Coca-Cola and a Twinkie in your hand.
Twinkie and the candy corn also. So the owner was very gracious and gave us a lot of treats to fit the style and the year.
That's perfect. We can't wait to see more of the homes. Thank you, Caroline.
Thank you, Debbie.
Now meet Joanne Lucia, owner of Interiors by Designer Studio, as she introduces a key member of her staff. We're here with Joanne Lucia, owner of Interiors by Designer Studio, and Caroline Musgrant, her showroom manager. Joanne, we have so much fun when we come here. All of your segments, though, you've always looked so serious. So this time, we want to get you the real Joanne on camera.
Okay.
So you have a showroom manager here with Caroline. Tell us a little bit about what she does for you.
Well, Caroline is not only the showroom manager, but she's also the event manager. We do a lot of different things in the showroom, and one of the things that we have been stressing since we opened actually is to have a variety of events held here at the showroom. And that is Caroline's, one of her many hats that she wears. And she's very good at it, I might add. And so we like to, because I think it's important that we put some support behind some of the organizations that are here in town, and we always have fun whatever we do.
You have beautiful furniture. You're an interior design expert, both of you are, and you have a great time. So tell us about some of the events, Caroline.
We have a wonderful time here, and we love parties. So one of the things that we'd like to say to your viewers is if you have an organization, If you have a professional nonprofit or something that you would like to showcase, we would love to entertain you here because, as I said, we love parties. It's really good for us to have new folks in the showroom, and it's also a great backdrop for your organization. So we do that. And as Joanne said, I'm a professional stager. I've been doing it for many, many years. I'm never happier than when I'm rearranging somebody's furniture, and sometimes invited to do so and sometimes not. But Joanne and I have been friends for years, and while we both have a design background, we approach things in a totally different way a lot of times. She loves high-end design, which she does so beautifully. She loves a start to finish project. She has so many fabulous projects to her credit here and in California and other places around the country. I, on the other hand, am a stager. I love working with a budget. So I love to repurpose furniture. I like to move it from one room to the other. It just gives everything a fresh new look. And then once that's done, you can come and enhance that new look with something new from the showroom, like even an accessory of some kind, or a new chair, or a new rug, or something like that.
You do so many things, Caroline. You write a column?
Yes, I do. I've written about interior design for about 7 or 8 years. I was the editor of the Southern Nevada Home and Garden magazine for many years, and have written a design column for the Review Journal for about 7 years. So over that time frame, we've talked about a lot of things design-wise, and it's been so fun for me because I hear a lot from my readers, and I like to hear what people think, and I like to know their questions. So it helps me produce that column.
Well, you've been so involved in the community, both on the design side and nonprofits. I'm so glad that you agreed to come on the program today with Joanne.
Well, thank you.
And now you know why I'm so glad that Caroline Muse-Grant is a part of my team, our team here at the showroom.
And I didn't pay her to say that.
Well, no, just kidding. Just kidding.
So is there anything special that you want the audience to know about your different talents here? I know you've got great furniture and great accessories, and I want them to know that you have things here that are not out of anyone's price range.
One of the things that we have strived since we opened is to avail our client base with not only a variety of items, a variety of prices, but we're also very aware of the design elements, and they must look like they have value. I mean, certain things can be very inexpensive and look fabulous.
Yes.
Or some things can be very expensive and don't look so fabulous. So we're very fussy about who we bring on board into the showroom so that we can sell them, if you will, with a good heart and know that it's a good investment for our clients. It's very important. Our reputation is extremely important. Even though we're just new, we need to keep that on that same high level. That's important.
Now, I know some people think shopping for furniture and accessories is a woman's thing, but every time I come here, there's some man shopping and loading something on their truck outside, and we never get that on film because we're busy in here, but you have a lot of men who shop with you.
We do. In fact, it's interesting because in my design profession, probably which will be 42 years October 1st, I might add, I probably only had about 2 gentlemen who have really taken control of the project. But here it's interesting because we have many couples that shop together, and the gentleman has just as much to say as the wife does. And that's good because they're both going to be in the same house at the same time for the most part, so it works.
I know in my home, my husband is just as interested in our surroundings as I am.
Yeah.
So I can see that.
It's a good mix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing this, and thank you again for hosting our show so often, Joanne.
Pleasure.
Thank you, Debbie.
You're welcome.
If you'd like to have a little fun browsing in the showroom, just stop by so we can help you create the right look for your home.
What's your favorite Las Vegas discovery? Follow us and tweet with us at HometownD. If you're looking for results from your workout program, you'll want to meet the members of CrossFit Las Vegas coming up next.
I used to belong to LVAC or the global gyms. I had been working out there for about 10 years and I enjoyed it and I had fun, but I never really saw tons and tons of progress.
10 years, almost 11 years as a Clark County firefighter. So it's everything that I do here at the gym is applicable to what I do on my job.
I don't want anybody to be totally strong or totally fast. I want them to be strong and fast. And we try to get as broad an adaptation of fitness as possible. Jack of all trades in fitness.
Short bursts of high intense work. It's really the most applicable workout regimen that I could do for my job.
Don't be scared. It's a very intimidating sport. You walk into a very big open space like this. Lifting weights is so great for you and it speeds up your metabolism and all those things that we search for as women to keep us thin and healthy. This is the best place for it. It's all natural movements.
Getting stronger, faster. I actually used to be obese, so I used to weigh 240 pounds and I was having lots of back issues, and ever since I started coming here, seeing the results stay off, so I definitely love it.
My whole family does it, yes. My wife, my son, my two boys, 16 and 5-year-old. Since day one, I loved it, got hooked onto it. It actually destroyed me and I wanted more of it. Something about it that keeps you coming back for more. And each day you come back to CrossFit Las Vegas, you get better and better, stronger and faster.
Let's take like a marathon runner. Great endurance, right? That's one of the words up on the wall. Ask that marathon runner to squat body weight. They'll fall underneath the bar. Let's go to the other side. Let's ask somebody who's really, really good at strength and ask them to run, not even a marathon, let's ask them to run around the building twice. That's an 800-meter run, half a mile. They'll walk the last half of it.
Do it. No excuses, start right away. Like anything that's new, there's gonna be some things that are uncomfortable, that you're not used to. You're gonna be stiff, you're gonna be sore. But the faster you get through that phase, the faster you can just start really seeing the progress and the results.
Jack LeVine has been the vintage Vegas real estate expert for decades. Let's hear what he has to say about our historic homes here. Jack, thank you so much for this bus tour today. You're so knowledgeable about Las Vegas and all things 50s and 60s in architecture, obviously.
Well, it's what I do every day. I'm a realtor. I specialize in the historic neighborhoods and the mid-century modern architecture of Las Vegas.
And so how is Las Vegas different from other cities?
In that it was a very small city when the 50s and 60s mid-century architecture, we call it mid-century now, but of course it was just modern then. Now we have to differentiate it and call it mid-century modern architecture. But all of it was built very close into the center hub of downtown because it was a very small city. And as the city grew, you can actually watch the concentric circles of the architecture change from the 50s and 60s to the 70s is different, the 80s is different, the 90s and 2000s is extremely different from what we're in right now.
And one of the things that I thought was unique in our conversation was the location of those different eras of home building in relation to a downtown, a city downtown.
Right, where I came from in Columbus, Ohio, the 50s and 60s ring was 20 miles out of downtown because it was already a town of 2 million people the size of Las Vegas when I was a little boy. And so that's where the new construction was all the way around the city, 20 miles from downtown. But here in Las Vegas, it's all very centralized and very concentrated right in the urban core. And of course, the urban core of Las Vegas is going through a marvelous renewal that coincidentally coincides with the huge mid-century modern restoration movement that's going on around the world.
That's wonderful. And so you are working with a lot of homeowners who are restoring their homes here.
Right, I consult with a lot. We talk. We try to get people to preserve whatever is original that's still left in the house. Many of these houses, the wonderful 50s and 60s, the colorful yellows and pinks and blues and bathrooms and kitchens have been torn out and removed. We try to get them to save whatever's left and work around that. It's really hard to put those back in and recreate them as if they were new, but like they were. But if they're still there, like they are in my house, you really need to preserve them and work around them.
And so how much work did you have to, and by the way, your house is lovely, how much work have you had to do to restore your own home here?
Well, mostly it was colors and undoing lots of bad paint jobs and things like that. But we have replumbed the house and re-electrified the house, but I've been in the house a long time. But we have done the infrastructure was done first, and the decorating, of course, came later, and that's what I teach, is to take care of the bones and the functionality of the house before you start worrying about your decorating. Although right now I am encouraging people to, if they get a house that's been abandoned for a couple of years, like so many are now, is to do your neighborhood a favor and do the front yard first.
That's great advice. And so if someone was interested in acquiring or learning more about these mid-century modern homes, you specialize in that in your real estate business.
Right, and I'm the only one in town that does do that. And I'm easy to find. You can Google any of those keywords like mid-century modern and Las Vegas, and Google will find me. But I blog at veryvintagevegas.com, and but I'm very easy to look. I'm very easy to be found.
So what's the best way to reach you? Is it by phone?
Oh, by phone, for sure. 702-378-7055 or Jack at unclejack.com.
I love your email address.
Oh, thank you.
We'll be talking to you more here on the tour, hearing more from you about some of the homes. Thank you so much.
If my voice holds up, you'll hear plenty more.
Thanks, Jeff. If you have a question for one of our experts, you can contact us on our website at hometowndiscoveries.com. Linda Ward, owner of Red Rock Mortgage, is helping homeowners reduce their mortgage payments and stay in their homes.
Hi, I'm Linda. Let's go ahead and talk about HARP, the Home Affordable Refinance Program that's been out since March. This has been an absolutely amazing program, and the number of people that I have helped is just beyond my wildest dreams. I have people saving anywhere from $100 a month, where they went from an adjustable rate mortgage all the way to $1,000 a month, where they're stretching that monthly payment from a 15-year back to a 30-year loan. It is an absolutely amazing program. And it's geared to people that, number one, have made all their mortgage payments on time. Their loan, their current mortgage, is owned by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. They also had their loan prior to April of 2009. No appraisal is required on this. And a lot of people have called and have said, oh, but I'm underwater, what do I do? Doesn't matter. Other people have said, oh my gosh, I have a second mortgage. That's going to blow me out of the water. Absolutely not. We just take your second mortgage holder, we send a subordination to your second mortgage holder, and they stay in second place. So all we're looking at is your first mortgage. We cannot combine a first and a second, but we surely can help you save a ton of money on that first mortgage. Because what we're doing is we're lowering your interest rate, we're changing the term. Sometimes you may go from a 15 to a 30, or we have some clients who are actually going from a 30 because the rates are so attractive, they're going from a 30 to a 15. Some clients are also on an adjustable rate mortgage, in which case now we can fix that mortgage for them. So there are many, many options if you have kept all of your payments current with this Home Affordable Refinance Program. Other people are worried that they're not going to get under the gun by December of 2012. Don't worry about it. The program is available until December of 2013. So you have a little bit of breathing room on this, but don't wait too long. So give me a call, Linda at Red Rock Mortgage, 320-9595.
Want more hometown discoveries? Check out our Facebook page and hit the like button. We'll be posting behind the scenes photos and comments that we want to share with you. We're here with Diana Della Iacono on the Mid-Century Modern Bus Tour. We caught up with her and have a few questions. Tell us, Diana, about Area West showroom that you handle.
Yeah, Area West has been in town for about 13 years. It's a wholesale showroom to the trade. We sell to interior designers and upholstery people, architects, builders. We're probably the largest showroom as far as fabrics and wall covering here in Las Vegas. We try and bring the major fabric lines here, the Cravat and Schumacher. Anything you've seen in Architectural Digest, we probably have at the showroom.
And so do you have many people who come in looking to modernize their mid-century home?
We do. Lately, it's very big, and we have a couple of wall covering companies that have specialized in the 50s, so their books are all about the 50s and all the designs and the coloration from back then. So it was really exciting to get that in.
Any advice you have for someone who's looking to upgrade or modernize their home?
Well, definitely. Although we just sell to the trade, if they're working up with a designer and a designer has never heard of us, they could tell their designer to come to Area West, or we do have designers that we could hook up with them. I can't sell to them, but we could recommend a designer for them, and designers that really would keep the price point down for them. I think customers that never work with a designer are afraid to work with a designer, and they shouldn't be. They shouldn't be.
I do think that's probably one of the biggest misconceptions about that people have, or the fears that they have, is that suddenly their remodel project is going to be unaffordable for them if they bring a designer in.
I know, and we try to educate the public, because the mistakes they make cost them more money than if they start with a designer who's good and who's affordable and will work within their budget, because all designers will work within your budget. There's no need to go over your budget.
That's great. Thank you so much for stopping and chatting with us here in this great home. We're in Jack LeVine's home on this tour.
It's been a lot of fun, but I've been on the top of the bus, so that's why I'm a little windblown.
Well, you look fabulous. Thanks. We asked Richard Hansine with Strategic Wealth Advisors, which is better, a bull market or a bear market? Here's his answer.
Clients come in oftentimes and they look at my book markers here, or my book ends, and they say, tell me about the bulls and the bears. Is the bull market better or the bear market better? My comments are always the same. You make money in both. And really, that's why you use professional money managers, is because they can look at trends in sectors and particular securities, and they may short your favorite stock, because that means they've sold it expecting to buy it back later at a cheap price, and they may believe that in fact it's oversold or overpriced. So bull markets and bear markets are really running all the time against one another and together, and there are some serious money managers who make a lot of money shorting stocks, which is a bearish attitude in bull markets, which is the one that we've been seeing since we bottomed out in 2010. So that's the story in the bull and the bear markets. You can have it either way you want, depending on your attitude about the economy, markets, etc.
Previously on Hometown Discoveries, you heard from Branch Whitney, local author and hiking expert. You can see all our past programs on YouTube. You can even subscribe to our channel, youtube.com/Hometown Discoveries. We're here on the Mid-Century Modern Bus Tour, and I met the Vice President of WEMA, Ann Parente, and I'd like to introduce you to her. Ann, tell us about yourself.
Hi. Well, I joined an organization early in the year that we just firmed up with a gal by the name of Sandy Castell, who's the founder, and she had an idea I liked her idea. It was very similar to what I was already doing. And I said, gee, how can I help? So I know a lot of designers in town and architects and a lot of that type of situation. So we've been doing a lot of collaborating with people like With It this year and ADAS and a few others, to where we go in and we provide entertainment at no charge, just to give a little recognition to the organization WEMA. WEMA actually mentioned is called Women in Music and Arts, although we do have men in our organization too, and we strive to give scholarships to students in the arts, of all arts, including theatrical, musical, visual, and the arts about, if it's an art, we do it. Let's put it that way. We do healing arts, all of that. Anyway, we started in January. We've had 32 events so far this year, and our goal is to raise enough scholarship dollars to award some worthy students next May. So that's kind of what we do for now, anyway.
And so how many members do you have of WEMA?
We have well over 100 now. We also have a radio show called WEMA Radio, and we have a website up. And we just finished doing the sock hop for ADAS on Friday night. That was huge fun. We had several performers perform with that, and a great band, and some celebrity show-ups, like an Elvis showed up, and we had a gal that did Aretha, and we had a lot of fun. It was lots of fun.
I heard it was a great time. You're being modest. I heard you did a great sultry number yourself.
Well, it was so loud that some people couldn't hear me, but I try. Okay, so.
Well, thanks for chatting with us here on the tour.
Thank you for having me. Thanks.
And the house on the left is the Debbie Reynolds house, is often referred to. This house on the left was originally owned by the boxer Joe Louis, was bought by Debbie Reynolds. Eventually it went to her son Todd Fisher. Todd sold it to my friends Ed and Marlon. Then it went back to the bank. Then it went to these people who have done these colors and put the house back together. It's under contract right now at $360,000 on the golf course.
We're learning so much about the homes built here in the 50s and 60s and how close they are to downtown Las Vegas. That's unlike other cities in the country. So we'll be back next week with more new discoveries for you. You'll also meet again Richard Hansine, Linda Ward, and Joe Marsh, our regular experts. Have a great week.